Everyone, welcome back to a new video. In continuation with our first video for creating a setup, let's now look at the first cutting toolpath called as facing. We can find the facing toolpath right here on the screen, and upon clicking that, we get a very common dialog box for literally all the toolpaths available in Fusion 360. All right, so the tabs that are available in this dialog box is Tool, Multi-Axis, Geometry, Heights, Passes, and Linking. So, facing toolpath is a very simple and straightforward toolpath wherein we have to select the tool, and to select the tool, we can dive into the tool library. On the right hand side, we have tool filters. We can select face mill, and on the left hand side, we have milling tools, metric, and inches. So, right now, we're sticking to metric. We have 50 face mill, and on the bottom, as soon as you select our tool, you can notice any cutting default presets would be available for us. For the 50 face mill, we have a default preset with a spindle speed of 5000 RPM. Let's select that. And these presets are always flexible and you can make in whatever changes you need. In this case, I would alter the spindle speed to 2500, maintain the cutting feed at 1000 Now, as per the geometry, Fusion identifies the boundaries by itself based off of the raw material and the component present. So we'll skip that part. Well, let's look at passes. Here is where we can choose if we would like multiple depths. Since we have only 0.5 of stock left out, we don't need an option of multiple depths. So let's deactivate that and we can click on OK and let us see the toolpath that Fusion generates for us. You can see it's almost instantaneous, and we have a first toolpath here. We have it right on our screen. What we can do to simulate this is right click on the toolpath, click on simulate, and we can play. We can control the speed of our simulation right here at the bottom. And on the right hand side in this dialog box, we have display, info, and statistics. Statistics tells us the overall machining time for the entire setup, whereas info gives us the current running toolpath information. And display, we have some options. We can keep the stock active and the tool, and we have an option called as stop on collision. So if in case the tool is going to collide with the raw material or gouge, it'll stop and it'll indicate to us. So let's go ahead and hit the play button and we'll see how the simulation happens. We can also notice the outline of the actual component is now visible to us. That tells us that there is no more stock left on the top. So we are good to go ahead with the next toolpaths. All right. And a hint is that we can always keep a track of our cycle time at the bottom right hand side of the screen. Okay. So for the facing operation right now, it takes 33 seconds with the preset parameters, and we'll look at more toolpaths going forward. Stay tuned. Thank you, everyone.